Hey guys, how's it going and welcome to another video. Now this video, I'm going to be breaking down UFC 249. Now I'm going to break it down into two different parts. One is going to be prelims, and then we're going to go into the main card. Main card will be out tomorrow, and I'm going to upload this one, obviously, as you know, today. Now, I want to start off with Span and Alvi. Now, this fight, in my opinion, it had a lot of expectation. I mean, you got a guy that's 17-5, you got a veteran that's 33-13, 12 years experience for Alvi. He's the underdog. Span is, won the Contender Series. Two great fighters and a good fight will be coming up. Now, let's get straight into it. So, round one, straight away, round one, Span straight going with a takedown, but Alvi did good to get back up on his feet, but as he was getting back on his feet, Span managed to get him in the triangle choke, and Alvi was extremely close to tapping out, very close, but he managed to squeeze out incredibly. Very impressed by his ability just to scramble out of that triangle choke. But then Span was controlling a lot of the ring, or a lot of the octagon. He was, he was dictating where it goes. He was around the center. He had Alvi back up against the cage constantly all the time, controlling the fight, landing some good hits and going into the clinch to end round one. It's a great fight, but it's got to be 10-9 Span for round one. Very impressed by him. Really showing his dominance by instantly going for the takedown, trying to finish him straight away, and again controlling the ring. Like, up against the cage, Alvi was most of the time. He was just controlling the ring, landing shots, trying to get takedowns, trying to get into the clinch to get into another submission stance. Couldn't do it, but again, showing his dominance really early on. Now to start round two, Span again controlling the cage. Span going for another takedown. It didn't happen. Landing a few good strikes, landing some good hits, but Alvi did return them, and both men were just throwing good strikes back and forth at each other. I think Span was, he was engaging more, he was landing more strikes, and again, he was controlling the octagon. So again, I would just give this a 10-9 Span. The second round was kind of a cooling off period, shall we say. So there wasn't much action because, obviously round one was very impactful with all the grappling and the submission attempts and stuff. So I think round one they kind of eased down a bit just to get a better feel of each other and kind of just relax the body a bit so they can come in hard in the third round. And the third round was by far the best round. Span again coming in for that clinch, controlling the octagon once again, landing some good few head kicks, almost finishing off the job, but big head kicks by Alvi as well, and then he caught Span with a hook, knocking Span to the ground and nearly finishing Span. But again, Span's grappling, Span's groundwork managed to keep him in the fight because Alvi just couldn't find the finishing touch. But Span then he managed to just scramble out of that, and again both men landing some huge hits on each other to finish the fight. And this round has to go to Alvi, 10-9 Alvi, because that takedown, that hook to drop Span, and Span did well alright on the floor after that to scramble out, get back up and start engaging in more big heavy shots to end the round. So great fight, but I would say 29-28 to Span. And as we saw, the judges' scorecard, all judges scored it the same way I would judge it, 29-28. Span was good. The one thing Alvi didn't do was again control the octagon. That was the big factor. I think Span was controlling the octagon. He showed his dominance in the first round, showed him that he's controlling the cage, it's his fight, and Alvi kind of stepped back a bit, let him do that. It wasn't so much the strikes, it was more the second he started, Alvi kind of backed off and Span kind of came to him rather than, Alvi kind of pushing him a bit or standing his ground, not going back. But yeah, Span definitely deserved to win that round. It was a close fight, but I would definitely give this man. So our next fight was between Mitchell and Rosa. Mitchell, former UFC champion, mixed martial artist, 12-1, very impressed. And he had an inch taller and an inch reach advantage. Rosa was the betting underdog, 12-3, and he's a freestyle fighter. Now going into this, Mitchell obviously with the record, but these two men have got good records, 12-1 and 12-3. They have very impressive records. But going into the first round, Mitchell with the takedown to get Rosa in a triangle choke. Rosa almost got tapped, and this was huge because straight away he started off with the takedown, getting him into a triangle choke, and Rosa was actually putting his hand in, like his hand up against Mitchell's side, kind of signaling he was about to tap, but he didn't, and that is extremely impressed by him, just not tapping and managed to just get out of the triangle choke, and did really well. But again, Mitchell controlling around. Mitchell got another arm bar on the turn, and as Rosa would turn again, he would get him into a triangle choke. So it was quite hard for Rosa to do much. But Rosa managed to get out of it, but Mitchell got him straight back into a full mount and going for another triangle choke. And just being dominated by Rosa. Rosa defended all of them really well, but Mitchell straight away takedown, looking for that armbar, looking for that triangle choke, and 3 or 4 or even 5 attempts to finish the round already. But again, Rosa defended well, but it's not enough, and I would give that around 10-8 to Mitchell, because I would just take that point off because Rosa wasn't doing much. Like, Mitchell was kind of coming at him, taking him down, getting him all to these. All the thing that Rosa was doing was getting out of them and defending them decently well. But at the same time, Rosa didn't do much of his own thing. Rosa was kind of just defending what Mitchell did. He didn't really engage much. He didn't really try his own thing. So, due to lack of engagement, I would give him an 8, not a 9. So going into round 2, Mitchell again with the takedown, taking it straight to the ground, no hesitation. Mitchell again taking the top mount, controlling the fight, looking for another submission, and again landing some good strikes from the top. Keeping Rosa keeping Rosa alert. He's looking for the submission, but he's landing some good strikes as well as looking for it. And he eventually gets an armbar, nearly getting it, extremely close. But again, Rosa just managed to squeeze out. But like I said in the first round, every time Mitchell tries to go for the armbar, Rosa turns, scrambles out of it. He's straight into a triangle choke. He tries to scramble, turns, and as he turns, he locks that arm and locks into an armbar again. And again, Rosa is stuck on the ground because every time he tries to do anything, Mitchell is on him straight away with another submission ready. And again, nearly getting him into a triangle choke. And this one was very close, but the sound horned, and it just wasn't enough. So again, I would give this another 10-8 to Mitchell, because he's just dominating the game, dominating this fight, really controlling it on the ground. Some good fights, good fight. Not really much to say about round 3. It was kind of the same story. Mitchell goes for another takedown, controls the fight, shows Rosa where he wants the fight going, looking for a triangle, looking for armbar. Some good scramble by Rosa, but it's just not good enough because Mitchell is always there, one step ahead, looking for another triangle or just another takedown. So again, I would give this fight another 10-8 Mitchell. And the judges actually scored a 30-20. I would judge it 30-24. The judges scored it 30-25, 30-24, and 30-24. So I'm in agreement with the judges with their decision. It's a good decision and good fight. Again, Mitchell really dominated that fight. Very good domination on that fight. Yeah. So going on to our next fight. Now this is Luque versus Price. Now again we have a a Muay Thai kickboxer versus a freestyler. Price is 14-3-1, and Luca is 17-7-1. Again, some pretty even matchup, pretty even fight. Price is the underdog. We're going into the first round. Luca with some good head kicks. And this fight was interesting because both men were just constantly exchanging blows after blows after blows. Luca really working on Price's legs, beating up that leg well. But Price has got some good strikes. He's kind of getting Luca up against the cage, getting a takedown, and then trying to get into Anaconda. But Luca breaks free and back on the feet. Luca again with some big blows to end the round. I would give this one 10-9 Luca, because it's just with the strikes, the blows. Yes, Price did get a takedown and nearly an Anaconda submission, but it just wasn't good enough because of all the blows that he was been taking. Now, round 2, both men exchanging blows. Luca got a low shot on Price, and the action had to be stopped for about a minute. Referee saying that was the second time he got hit, and if it happens again, basically there's no more actions. If it happens again, he'll probably get a point deducted. But then some good jabs from Luca. When the fight resumed, he's got good hands, landing some good strikes. But Price gets Luca up against the cage, landing a few big blows. But Luca just managing to kind of dip down and rock Price with a huge cross, and then Price going for the takedown, to kind of recover. He stumbled a bit, so he went for the takedown so he wouldn't get knocked down, and Luca could have his back. But Luca blocked it, and Price landing good few blows to seal the second round. I would give this one 10-9 Price, just because all the big blows, he was more controlling this round, kind of controlling it and landing some good hits. But it's a very close fight. Luca was very close as well. It's an extremely tight fight, but I have to give it to Price. So going into the third round, I think Price got some momentum because he started off strong with some good jabs, good crosses, good legs, and head kicks. Luca kind of backing off a bit, but again, both men really exchanging huge blows on each other. I'm surprised no one got knocked out. Huge blows on each other. Although Luca kind of started off to, halfway through the round, he kind of stepped up. He kind of started to fight again, and he actually dropped Price with a brilliant hook. And the doctor had to stop the fight to check the cuts, and Price was cut bad. He was cut extremely bad. A lot of swelling in the eye. One of his eyes was closed, and it was swollen up and cut open. And the referee had to call the fight off. The doctor said it can go on for a minute or two, but the referee's like, no, we're not taking that risk. It's called off. It's done. So Luca winning via TKO. Probably I would give this the fight of the night, because it was just so entertaining and so much drama, and just two men just belting each other, just hitting, constantly just hitting the shit out of each other. Great fight. So our next fight is the Spaza, former UFC champion, and Watterson. Now Watterson was the underdog, 17-7, and Spaza was the favourite, 16-6. So it was very even, pretty even. Both women anyway started off the fight just kind of feeling out each other, not much strikes landing. Just kind of seeing the pace. Spaza trying to rush to get takedowns, not really being successful. She managed to get one takedown alright, and she's kind of controlled the top mount. And again, not much happening. I would give it to Spaza 10-9, just because she was the one who engaged with the takedowns. But again, it was more of us just kind of feeling out around, seeing how it is, checking the range, checking all that stuff. So yeah, I would give this one 10-9 Spaza. Not much action, but she was the one who kind of engaged more and was looking to fight more, and obviously got the takedown and controlled the top mount after the takedown. Now going into round 2, both were cautious, because Morrison is obviously got good stand-up play. She's obviously in MMA she's got good strikes, good kicks, and obviously Esparza was a wrestler, so Morrison couldn't just come in and start attacking, get too close, because Esparza would go for the takedown, and same with Esparza. Esparza couldn't really just engage the takedown straight away, because she would end up the risk of getting kicked or punched in the face by this extremely good stand-up by Morrison's really good stand-up play. But yeah, again it was more feeling it out. Morrison landing some good kicks, and Esparza just trying to rush to get a takedown. She didn't get it, but she managed to get Morrison in the headlock, but Morrison did very good to defend it. And Esparza again just going for the takedowns, trying to get it, but Morrison defended it. And I'm giving this one 10-9 to Morrison, because she was, again, after round 1 she kind of knew, she kind of had a feeling out, she kind of got her groove, got her rhythm, she kind of knew what to expect. So she just kept landing kicks, punches and everything, and trying to keep her distance away so she couldn't get taken down, and she could keep the fight on the feet. And she did well this round. She did good this round, and I'd say she won that fight 10-9, or I'd say she won that round 10-9. Now going into the third round, both started to exchange strikes, and another takedown by Esparza, but Morrison managed to go on top and get back up, and then Esparza hit Morrison with a good right, but Morrison did well to stop the takedown after the good right by Esparza. But again, to end the round, Esparza did very well to do some good blitzing to end up the round. About 15 minutes or 15 seconds before the fight ended, Esparza came straight in, just doing blitz, hitting her well with big strikes. And yeah, I give this round, I would probably give this round 10-9 to Esparza. I think she did better. Obviously, some good strikes by Morrison in this round, but again, Esparza got the takedown and did very well to finish the fight. So I would have scored this 29-28 Esparza, and the judges' scorecards were actually 30-27, 29-28, and 30-27 Esparza. Now, I don't know why they gave it 10-9 to Esparza all 3 rounds, because I do feel like Morrison definitely had the second. She definitely had the second. Yeah, I don't know why they gave Esparza the second there. I think she definitely had the second. One judge gave her the second, alright, but I definitely think Morrison got the second there. Definitely. The first and third, yes, definitely Esparza. Our next fight was Albuquerque versus Werdum. Now, Werdum didn't show up for, had 2-year absence from the UFC. He was a former UFC champion. These two now have incredible careers. Two are both pretty old. Albuquerque with a 58-13-1 record, which is insane, and Werdum with a 23-8-1. So again, these two fighters have plenty of experience, and they're at the end of their careers, but they're still showing it well. Starting off this fight, obviously this was a big heavyweight fight, so the pace was kind of slow, but obviously because first of all, one of them are around in their 40s, late 30s, and second of all, there's huge it's a heavyweight fight. But nevertheless, Albuquerque started off well with some good strikes. He landed some really good strikes, and he actually rocked what we're doing. And then after the knock, going into the clinch, but Werdum is slow. He's slow. He's not really at it anymore, and I think that's due to just his time away from the sport. He wasn't really showing it well in this first round, and Albuquerque was definitely controlling this round with the strikes and the clinch. I would even give this one a 10-8 to Albuquerque, because Wa'Doom is just not there. He wasn't controlling it. He wasn't doing much. That could be down to just his low start, trying to get back into the octagon with it. Yeah, I would give it to Albuquerque. Now, going into the second round, Wa'Doom is starting to step it up a bit. He's starting to step it up. He's trying to build up again. I think he's getting his momentum back. He managed to get Albuquerque with a headlock, and Wa'Doom, but obviously managing to escape it. But Wa'Doom then with some good head kicks, he gets the takedown. He's looking for the Kimura, but he lets Albuquerque get up, and Albuquerque landing a good few strikes and grabbed Wa'Doom into the clinch to end the round. And I would give that 10-9 to Wa'Doom, just because of his, just because of him engaging, him, kind of pushing the fight really in the second round. So going into the third round, Wa'Doom started off with, with a good takedown, and again trying to get an armbar or looking for a submission, but Albuquerque defending it well, and he actually took the top mount. But Wa'Doom managed to grab onto the armbar, but again Albuquerque rolled over, giving Wa'Doom top mount this time. Again grabbing the armbar, failing again, and Wa'Doom with another takedown, and trying to look for the guillotine this time, but the horn ended to finish the round. So this round was dominated on the ground by Wa'Doom, and Albuquerque didn't really give much to him. He didn't really do much to defend. He did defend it well. He got the top mount, but then he got stuck in another submission and just didn't really seem to get out of it. So I would give that round another 10-9 to Wa'Doom. Now, that round would end 28-28. I think that's fair. But just for the sake of not having a draw, I would take that 10-8 and make it a 10-9 to Albuquerque. So I would make it a 29-28, I think, because it's not good to have a draw. And the judges agreed with me. The judges 28-29 Wa'Doom, 28-29 Albuquerque, 28-29 Albuquerque winning via split decision. I would have generally given it to Wa'Doom though, but the judges, two of the judges giving it to Albuquerque. So that was actually a pretty good fight as well, but it takes nothing away from the previous fight between Price and of course Liquid. I would give it to that would be definitely the fight tonight, alright. But there was one fight left, and this was the one I was looking forward to. This was Cowboy versus Pierce. Cowboy 36-14-1. Pierce obviously 22-10 and a former UFC champion. Cowboy was the underdog in this fight, but this was a huge fight. I'm surprised this was on the prelims. But yeah, it was a good fight. Again, going into the first minute, both fighters kind of feeling each other out, trying to get the distance, kind of checking what it is. Cowboy going straight in with a single leg takedown, but Perez saw it good and prevented it. Perez also then following up with some good kicks, landing some good punches, but Cowboy managed to grab him and take him down. Perez with a great counter strike to end the round to make it, I would say, a 10-9 to Cowboy. It was Perez with good kicks, good punches, but I would say Cowboy engaged more, landed a few more better strikes, and got a takedown. Yeah, I would give it 10-9 to Cowboy. So going into the second round, Perez started off strong. Cowboy started to get a cut on his eye, kind of started to get bruised and cut. And Perez some really good counter punches from Cowboys. He's kind of working. I think he's kind of working on the eye, trying to swell up that eye more. But Cowboy did throw some good kicks of his own. Again, trying to getting that takedown once again. But Perez managing to get up, and I would give this fight. I would give this fight to Perez. I would give 10-9 to Perez because Perez just showed better. He in this second round he did some good counters, managed to get up after the takedown, and was really kind of, ahead of one step ahead of Cowboy. Yeah, I'd give it to Perez. Now going into the third round, Perez, he got some good jabs. Cowboy landing a few strikes as well, Cowboy again trying to get that single leg takedown. And this was a huge factor of the third round. So Cowboy claimed, he stopped claiming that there was an eye poke from Perez, which, looking back on it, there was an eye poke, but the referee didn't stop it, and Perez managed to land multiple kicks and punches to the eye that he was pointing at, just to even make it worse, to even swell it up. But Cowboy continued to fight, landed some good head kicks, but Perez working well with his strikes, and then a huge exchange in the last 10 to finish the round. I would give that 10-9 Perez, mainly because after that claim of the eye poke, he landed good hits, nearly knocking him out, giving him a good rock bar right. So I will put this fight, I would say 20. I'll give it a 29-28 Perez, and the judges, all three judges, giving it a 29-28 as well. So that is it. I know it's been a long video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you. I would appreciate it if you could smash a like on it, and I'll see you guys later.